The Volunteers will kick it away first. No reason to risk trying to field. As it skips through the end zone, it'll be a touchback. Give to the running back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. He got a step and just dusted the field. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Using his legs, it's Bishop. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. It was a fair question to wonder how Ohio State would respond after getting upset by Michigan, but man, the Buckeyes look like a juggernaut, blowing out Tennessee in the college football playoffs last year, and the Big Orange likely looking for payback.
For sure, they're going to be motivated because they got embarrassed in that football game. So many explosive plays from Ohio State's offense. Tennessee's defense has got to play a lot better this time around.
Yeah, and they still got some problems on the outside. That Jeremiah Smith guy, he ain't gone nowhere, right? He's still there. This offense is still explosive. Tennessee showed up, the fans did, all the way to Columbus, Ohio. Now the team's got to show up.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Oh, it's a reverse. That did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss. And the Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Aguilar. Makes the catch, it's Thomas. And they get him down.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Matthews. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big 3rd down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, it's third and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
Pulls it in. It's Thomas. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The Vols with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Gonna look downfield again. Catch in the middle, it's Staley. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
And the Vols are on the move. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Quick strike complete. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
The Volunteers will have it first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Matthews. Finds a crease at the 20. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. What a costly mistake and big call. They could have been right back in this thing, and now they'll have to try it again. first down for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. He's looking to throw. Here's the pressure. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Now 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
To the air, it's Aguilar. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Picks up the first down. Turning it on. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. On the ground, it's Bishop. At the 35, he's open. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
At the 45, on his way. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. The 2024 season for Tennessee had some highs, wins over Bama, Florida, and Oklahoma. Man, did it end with a thud. They got clipped by the Ohio State buzzsaw and then suffered the big shocker of the offseason with Nico Iamaleava jumping into the transfer portal.
Yeah, I don't know that there was a more interesting offseason than in Knoxville. The quarterback spot, the drama, the back and forth, and Nico leaves, and then Joey Aguirre, he goes to UCLA, Nico, and now the guy who transferred there transfers to Tennessee, so quarterback roulette, and Tennessee has a new guy.
There are things I expect to remain consistent, at least with Tennessee, though. Tim Banks is going to do a great job at defensive coordinator on that side of the ball. And you know Tennessee's going to run it as well. So I know a lot of question marks around the quarterback spot. There are other facets to this team that make them very dangerous.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. It's a draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running behind that left side. Runs through the tackle. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
When you're dealing with the big tight end, you better get a bunch of hats around the football.
And here's the thing, Reese. These used to be big, slow tight ends. Now these guys are absolute freaks. They're so good. You can split them out wide. You can put them in the formation. They can do so much. And you see after the catch, hard to get to the ground.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown ball! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And, man, that was a nice job by the tight end, finding the soft spot in the defense in the end zone on that TD.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Jacksonville State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Gamecocks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Illinois.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake.
Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Makes the grab. It's Tate. Breaks into the open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and an array of possibilities here. The Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Grabbed in the middle, it's Tate. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. Going to sling it on second down. Gets rid of it. Finds his man. It's Smith. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Buckeyes are facing 3rd and inches. They just keep firing. Working that left side now. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. So close to that end zone. He can... Taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. It's complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Volunteers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Shotgun snap on third down. Caught close to the marker. It's Thomas. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. The offense will quickly use a timeout. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Looking down the middle. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
You know, sometimes wide receivers are so eager to get upfield once they have the ball. They take their eyes away. You really got to do a good job looking it in and securing the catch.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game. And it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the stats.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. There he goes. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking for a crease. It's Bishop. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
The Vols look to do some damage in the red zone. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Men don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season, but this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Penn State is going to enjoy the trip back to Happy Valley after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Beaver Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Sayin. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pulls it in. It's Tate. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. And the Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So here is the Tennessee offense. So now to try to take advantage of that defensive stop time starting to work against him a little bit, and we'll see what they can do. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Finds his tight end. Powers through the defender. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Looking to scramble. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. And the Vols will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Hands it off on the counter. Plows through the defense. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
The Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Third down play from the gun. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Wants to throw. It's Aguilar. Quickly complete.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
The Volunteers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle. It's Thomas. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Looking deep. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback. Dropping back, not giving up the big play.
The Vols have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw. It's Aguilar. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. And here they come, almost all the way back.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field.
And
And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Makes the grab. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing. You're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical 3rd down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Tate. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give as they work on that clock. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Sayin. Got a man, it's Smith. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Smith. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Trying to beat him to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Staley. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to pass. It's Aguilar. He's got his man across the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. This defense will try to keep everything in front. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. In this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Under fire. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer,